numerous videos from millionaires and those that own a large volume of assets saying, oh, don't buy a home. I'm pulling back on real estate. It's better to rent than to own. Well, it's those same people that are saying these things that currently own rental properties today. Every cycle, whether it's the subprime mortgage crisis between '07 to '10 or COVID between 2020 to 2022, you see the same theme over and over again. The rich are pulling back. Then 6 to 12 months later, you read an article that says, oh, the rich are now richer. They've gained 5 billion, 10 billion in net worth. It's all about positioning. I believe there's another positioning opportunity coming in the next 12 to 18 months, which is why I got off the sidelines and formed this YouTube channel to mimic and beat the rich at their own game. I'll now explain to you why I'm buying a house now and not waiting using the Federal Reserve. There are 7 Fed governors, and they have 2 mandates: control inflation and promote employment. And they do this through the tools they are given. Well, one of the main tools that they use to do this is the federal funds rate. To explain like I'm 5, when they raise the rates, it becomes hard and more expensive to borrow for businesses and consumers, so there's less spending. This is the use of the tool to cool or reduce inflation. When they lower the rates, it becomes easier to borrow. Unemployment and inflation is usually low or under control during these periods. Now, the federal funds rate is related but separate to the 10-year yield. And the 10-year yield is closely correlated to the mortgage rates we as consumers see today. Now, why is this important? And here's where it gets juicy. These two, Jerome Powell on the right, who is the chair of the Federal Reserve, and President Trump on the left, they don't like each other. Trump has continued to attack him and threatened to fire him multiple times. In fact, you could say that President Trump does not like a Federal Reserve that he cannot control. So what's happened so far? Adriana Kugler stepped down in August 2025, and we still don't know why she did. Who did Trump tap? Trump tapped Stephen Miron to be Adriana's replacement. Stephen Miron was formerly head of the Council of Economic Advisors, and of course, he's been a staunch supporter of interest rate cuts. And while his term expires at the end of January 2026, the power to nominate a replacement still falls in the hands of President Trump. The president wants to lower rates, so he will nominate someone that has the same thoughts and is aggressive about that matter. Who is President Trump going after now? Lisa Cook, another Fed governor, accusing her of mortgage fraud on August 25th, 2025. According to the allegations, Cook purchased 2 properties in 2 different states in 2021, one in Georgia and one in Michigan. The issue is both were listed as her primary residence. Her case is currently with the Supreme Court, and while the Supreme Court recently released that Cook could stay in her role for now as a governor of the Fed Reserve, there are oral arguments that are set for January 2026. And let's just keep it real. The way the Supreme Court has been putting out court opinions and judgments, she is cooked. I'm going to say it again. Lisa Cook is cooked. So that is a second potential role that President Trump could fill with someone that also seeks to lower interest rates. Finally, Jerome Powell. His term ends May 2026. Jerome Powell is once again the chair of the Federal Reserve, meaning that the power to nominate a new Fed chair sits solely in President Trump's hands. If President Trump has stated on numerous occasions that he wants to lower interest rates, who do you think he's going to put in that position? He's going to put someone that has the same mindset as him that also wants to aggressively cut interest rates. I see a lot of chatter online about, well, the prices of homes have to come down at least 30%. Oh, prices of homes are just unaffordable. Well, if you looked over the past 5 years, home prices have actually gone up. And I don't see that changing any time with Jerome Powell leaving office in 7 months. President Trump will bring in his person to lead the Federal Reserve. Interest rates will go down it becomes easier to borrow and there's more spending, which is not a good thing for home prices because that means inflation goes up and the prices of homes go up from current levels and get even more expensive. And I believe that will be the case over the next 12 to 18 months. We're going to see more expensive homes. We're going to see lower interest rates, which is good. But the issue is the more expensive homes, which will continue to cut people out. My opinion, and why I'm jumping into the market, is because I can no longer be on the sidelines. I'm expecting this to happen in the next 12 to 18 months. So I'd rather jump in now, be a homeowner, ride the interest rates down, and see my property value increase. I'll be posting new videos every week covering a range of topics with the sole purpose of beating the rich. Join me.